Good morning, students. Continuing with chapter number 3. Today we are going to discuss about the types of charts in Excel. There are a number of types of chart. The first type that is we are going to discuss is bar chart. And this chart illustrates or represents the data comparison between the individual items. It displays data in the form of long rectangular rods called bars. As you can see in this diagram, these colored lines are there, green, red, blue. These are the bars and they are known as the rectangular rods, and they are placed vertically or horizontally on the chart area. In this type of chart, categories are represented on the vertical axis and the values are represented on the horizontal axis. This we are taking a common example here, that we have created a table in Excel where we have two columns. One is the name column, which will have Anju, Manju, all these names, and the other column is the marks column where we are writing down the marks of every person in this. Fine. Accordingly, we can add number of columns here. We can add the subject, like here in this example we have added English, Hindi and total. We will create a table of these information about these 5 students, and then we will select the data and create the corresponding bar chart for the same. So in this chart, the values that we are going to represent are in the horizontal axis, means the marks data scored by the student, and the categories means the names are represented on the vertical axis. And the other form of this bar chart is the stacked bar chart. As you can see here, the difference, stack is one thing upon the other thing. As we have the stack of plates, when we go to the any of the parties, we see the stack of plates, one plate is lying over the other plate. This is known as a stack. In the similar manner, we can represent this bar chart into the form of the stacked bar chart, and from where we can select this stacked bar chart from the insert tab, and in the we will go to the insert tab, and from there we can select the type of the chart from there. In this way, the whole information which was in the above bar chart was represented. Like for Anju, there are three colors representing. Green color is showing the total, red color is showing the marks of Hindi, and blue color is for English. Like for one student, there are three rods available, but in the stacked bar chart, there is one road only, but one road is divided into three colors that are representing the total marks, the marks in Hindi and English. Fine. Next one is the column chart. Here, the most important thing is this column chart is the default chart, which is the automatic chart type that is available in Excel. Like when we want to create the chart corresponding to any of the tables in Excel, the this is the default, that this is the automatic chart that will come on the display window. Now coming to this column chart back, this chart is used for displaying data that shows different trends over a period of time. It is the default type chart, I have told you earlier also. In this type of chart, the categories are organized horizontally, as in the bar chart, the categories were represented vertically, and it is a reverse case of it, and values vertically to emphasize the magnitude of change over a period of time. Like I have see marks of Anju means Anju is having marks that are given as between the range 60 to 80. Likewise, the marks of English are there, means it is the reverse of the column chart. The categories are represented horizontally and values are represented vertically. So we can see the trend, we can see the how amount of the variation, how it has been changing, means by visualizing this column chart we can see whose marks in English are highest, whose marks in Hindi are highest, and who is scoring the total highest marks. Is this clear? Next one is the line chart. This is a variation of this column chart. See, what is the purpose of having number of types of chart? Means we will select a chart which is easier for us and easier for others to remember, understand, and depending on the data which is available to us. Fine. So we can select any of the charts as per our convenience, but the data that is displayed by selecting that particular chart type should be correct also. Fine. Next one is the line chart. Line chart in which the data is represented in the form of lines and it is showing the trends in data at equal intervals. Like here, the green color line is representing the total marks, means it is showing the variation over the period of time. Blue is again representing the marks in English and red is representing the marks in Hindi. See, Anju has scored the marks 40, means it is easier to make the comparison between two. Anju has scored marks between the range 60 to 80 in English, but we can see as this red line is going down, so Manju has less marks as compared to Anju. Likewise, we can compare the values. This area chart is showing the relationship of parts to a whole. We have seen that Anju has the marks in had scored 60 or 70 marks in English, as we can see from the graph, and the marks in Hindi are represented by red color. So doing this total, the total and the total green line is starting from 132 to around 260. So this area can be used to find the sum of the marks, means all these things can be plotted into one graph and the relationship of the total to the subjects can be represented using the area chart. Next is the XY chart, or you can say it is the scatter chart, which is one of the other names of this chart. This chart combines the values into single points and then displays those points at the intersection of x and y numerical values. As you watch the cricket match, if suppose I'm talking about India and Australia's match, India has done the batting and now Australia is doing the batting. Then there is sometimes this graph is being shown that after 5 overs the score of India was this and it is this. Means in a graphical way the scores are represented. Means after 5 overs India was on 60 runs and Australia is on 55 runs. So we can match, or we can say from there we can judge about the upcoming overs, how can they score or what is the average they are doing the batting. So for these kind of comparisons we make use of the scatter chart or XY chart. Next is the pie chart. This displays data in the form of a chart that is divided into the series of segments. These segments show the relative size of each item in the chart. Means as you see the exit polls of the votes, if BJP has got the votes, has got the maximum votes, the slice that is occupied, that by this pie chart will be large in size of BJP, and rest others are will be small. In the same manner, we can compare the slices of the greater size are representing the data of the student who has got the highest marks. As in this, we can see the slice size of this green color is large as compared to the other slices, means we can say that Ranjana has got highest marks as in the class. And next smaller we can judge here from here we can see is the sky blue color, and then the least marks are is of this purple color. So according to the size of the pies we can judge who has scored the better marks. Next one is the donut chart. It is just like a pie chart, and it also displays the data as sections of a circle, but it can save it can have more than one data series which attempts to add another dimension to pie chart. Each data series adds a ring to the chart, means the number of columns which are available to us are depending on these number of circles or concentric circles that we are drawing. So all these depends on the category of this, the number of data series which are available to us, and it is best suited for showing the proportional nature of data. A donut chart represents the values as percentage of the whole, while categories are represented by slices of the same color. Again, different categories, different students are represented. The first slice is representing the data for the subjects, means how many columns are there, the number of these concentric circles will be same, and it will give you the row the values of according to the rows that are available in the Excel. Radar chart, it is just like similar to a spider net. It displays data values plotted as points which are connected by lines to form a grid, means all these, and this radar chart is in the form of the spider net, and it is not dependent on the time. So we can select the radar chart for the same comparison of the data values also. The stock chart is represent to show the relationship between the stocks and the shares, or the fluctuations of daily or annual temperature, means where we have to show any of the fluctuations that today there is a change in the temperature and tomorrow what is expected to go out for the temperature. So to represent all such kind of data we can have the use of the stock charts, or we can also represent the data required for these charts also consists of specific data series like opening price, what is the expected opening price of some shares, closing price, and high and low prices likewise, and the x-axis represents a time series over this stock chart. Next is the bubble chart. This bubble chart is used to display three dimensions of data in the form of this plotted on XY graphs. Here, if we have, it is generally used for three columns available in the table. So two columns are represented using the x-axis and y-axis, and the third data series is represented in the form of bubbles. As you can see the blue bubbles here, and the size of the bubble will tell you whose particular value or whose data has the highest value. So the bigger the size of the bubble will show the highest marks. Suppose here in this we can see that 5 at 5 number the size of this blue bubble that is representing the marks of English is higher. So this marks is the highest marks that are available. So for using these three variable graphs, we can make use of this bubble chart. Surface chart, it is some of the typical types of the surfaces. It is generally used when we want to find the optimum or the balanced combinations between two sets of data. As in a topographic map, colors and patterns indicate areas that are in the same range of the values. We can use a surface chart when both the categories and data series are the numeric values to show the relationship or to compare the sales or data of one person with the data of another person in the same company. So to make these comparisons, we can check the we can go for the surface chart. Here we are seeing that the who has scored the greater marks in English and the total of the marks. And this Anju, the x-axis are representing the columns and the y-axis are being represented. These values of English and total are the rows or the values which we have to find. So this was about the charts. I would like to suggest you just to make a table, select that table and go to the tab, insert tab in the Excel, and from there you can see the number of charts which you can draw. Thus, after selecting the type of the chart which you find as is giving the correct representation and easier to understand, you can find out the charts from there. You can select that particular chart from there. Thank you.